go, Gunman Boxing Live.
Hey,
Haarris in the building.
mate.
What's going on? How you doing, Wesley? All good,
I am very, very happy to have you on my chat show.
I'm honored. I've seen so many big people on here, and now it's my turn, so I can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And listen, I love the way you position the belt there.
Listen, to show the people, let them know. You get me? Let them know. And if you see the flag there, big up my coach, Coach Smithy in the building. We took this one in America still. We went across the pond and we won. Trust me.
Lovely, mate. That's the sort of behaviour that we need to be seeing. Do you know what I mean?
And especially being British as well, you know, a couple of the Brit fighters, we don't get good luck going to the Americans. So
that's fantastic.
The man I took this belt off was a Mexican as well. And if you know boxing, you know Mexicans, they don't come to sit down.
That's quality.
But where I come from, we don't sit down either. So
that's the spirit. That is the spirit. Listen, welcome to the Gunman Insta Live. This is a chat show for great fighters to come on and share their journey with the fight fans. Now, for those that do not know this man, he is a young, exciting, brash young talent. A skillful operator looking to cause a storm in 2024. This is Haarris Mirza.
Let's go. Big up everyone watching, man. Big up all my peoples in the building. Let's get it.
For anyone who is not following this man, make sure you follow this man's journey. This brother is dangerous. And if you're not following the Gunman, then you ain't playing the game right.
Exactly. Coming for more of them. Trust me.
Follow the both of us. Make sure you're supporting both of us. Let's all support each other. Follow Mirza, follow Gunman. Let's get down to it.
Let's go.
So what is your fight name? I haven't seen you. Have you got a fight name, Mirza?
I got a couple. But my main one
what are you going with?
I'm going with Haarris, the Hurricane Mirza. You can say Hurricane Haarris, but whatever it is, I'm coming with that. So
I like that.
But in the future, it could change.
Yeah, that's good. Right, that's it. That's that done. I was going to recommend you one, actually.
Go on. I know it's going to be the Hitman.
Nah, I was actually thinking, what about this? Haarris, mash up them man's Mirza.
Trust me. That was good. If we get on misfits, we're going to use that one. It's done. Mash them up, Mirza.
Mash them up, Mirza.
Mash them up, Mirza. Literally, that's what I'm coming to do. That's my style. So
that's exactly it.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
What I really admire about you is that you started boxing at such a young age, and now correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you were fighting on Quest at 16, 17 years old?
I was fighting on Quest at 17, and a funny story is I actually, before COVID, so my whole boxing story is a bit interesting because before COVID, I was 13 years old and I would see everyone in my gym, Nathan Misen, the best British champion boxer on Quest history, said it, Max Chart, another champion. I'm watching all these boys going up, and when I was there, I was actually at the show at Quest when I was 13, and I was in the elevator with a former promoter called Ross Minner, and it was just me and him. So I said to him, listen, one day I'm going to sell out your show. And then 4 years later on down the line, when I was 17, I sold 130 tickets on my debut fight. So I guess I fulfilled that one.
Mate, your crowd is unbelievable. And the people that are joining in here, again, thank you for your support, for coming on the live. Make sure you pop in some questions for this man. There's a good audience that's on, so ask him some questions. It does not have to be all my questions, because I've got a million.
There we go.
I've got a million. So your first fight on Quest was at 17, which is remarkable. Yeah, and you fought a really tough brother. Real tough brother. That guy's turned pro now. He's 1 win and 1 draw in the pros. His draw was an away fight in Italy. And it was a guy called Kosan Sari, is that correct?
Yes, sir, Kosan Sari. Big respect to him, man.
He's a great fighter.
But you see the size of the fella. When I see him, I'm like, Coach, you sure he's my weight? Look at the size of him. He looks like a middleweight. It's crazy. So, when I actually the story behind that fight is I actually stopped boxing for 3 years. And in those 3 years, I was going down the wrong path. I was doing a lot of things I shouldn't be doing with a couple of people I shouldn't have been. And I actually went to America and I started hitting the bag with my brother because originally I was the one who got my brother into boxing. Then I stopped and he started. So we're hitting the bag in America. He's like, oh, look at you, you slow fat boy, this, that. I was like, yeah. I was like, cool. When we get back to England, I'm coming back to the gym. So then I've come back to the gym. This is 8 weeks. So 2 of my boys are fighting on the show from the gym. I'm just there training. I'm hitting the bag. I'm feeling a bit slow, but I know there's still something left in the tank. You know, I know you must know as well. When you go back to the gym after a while, you feel a little something still there.
Yeah.
And then my coach said to me, he said, "Listen, Haarris, there's a fight there if you want it." And he looked at me dead in the eyes. And obviously before this, I was fighting in the amateurs, so I never actually got to be in the corner with my original coach who I started boxing with.
So just going back then, so you was in you was boxing, actually fighting at like 13.
So yeah, so 12, 13, I had 3 fights in a row in the amateurs, and I won all 3. Because I was sparring with big boys. I was getting hit and I was getting hurt in sparring. So then when I got to the fights, I'm like, this 13-year-old's nothing to me. Like, what's this? This is light work. So yeah, I had 3 fights there. I won all 3 in a row. And then interestingly enough, I actually took a year out, fought a 6-time national champion. He was actually like 5-6-0. I trained for 2 weeks for that fight. And that was the only fight I lost, but he still couldn't stop me. And I barely trained, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, mate, listen, at that young age, that is fantastic. And to have your debut on Quest. And listen, just to give the fight fans some timelines, again, correct me if I'm wrong, not all the records are online. I am a research geek, but I do get things slightly incorrect. But that was in November, was it?
Yes, November.
Like just gone.
2022, yeah.
So you just had your debut at 17?
Yes.
In November on Quest against a guy called Kosan Sari.
Yes.
He's had a lot of fights.
Yes.
Who's now turned pro. He's just had his second pro fight. That's phenomenal.
He was, so I fight at lightweight. Because this fight was on such quick notice, I actually was told this fight would be at light welterweight. And for you who know boxing, Kosan Sari was the welterweight champion, formerly the welterweight champion. So I really went up 2 divisions and fought a guy who I was told had 1 fight. But when I got told about the fight, I'd been told he had 1 fight. And then when I get there a few weeks before the fight, I'm seeing a belt, I'm like, right, this brother ain't playing.
Mate, he's really fixed set. Like, so he can get down to like. You know what? I have commentated on a couple of his fights actually.
On DKM.
And he can get down to, I think he can get like 63.
Yeah, which is crazy.
I think 64, but he's big,
so we had that bout at 63.5, and I'm not lying. You can go and check the pictures. At the weigh-in, my uncle, who then was at my manager at the time, he's seen him weigh in. He said, "Are you sure he's your weight?" You see him weighing in, boom, ripped muscles, 6-pack abs, everything. He's looking like a middleweight, formidable force. And then you see me go on the scales, skinny 17-year-old, no left bicep, nothing, just there. With no muscle, yeah? So that shows you muscle don't win fights, people.
He is cut like Lego. Yeah. Now listen, some people will say that you lost that fight though. Yeah. And a lot of people will say that. A lot of people that watched that fight didn't think you won.
Yeah.
What's your response to that?
I'll tell them I was the first to finish the exchanges and the last to finish the exchanges. And you can see on my face, I wanted that fight more. I was willing to walk through hell and back to win that fight. That was my dream. That was written in the stars for me. And he can say he won that fight, but I know everyone who's there on the night knows I was the one who won that fight.
When the decision was read out, were you worried?
No, not one bit. As you can see there, if he thinks he won that fight, all due respect to him, I'm not chatting breeze on him. You can see his face. He's like, shit, I don't know. See me in my corner. As soon as my coach told me I won, I said, done. It's written in the stars. I told him the night before, it's written in the stars. Nothing's gonna stop me. When they were announcing it, I put my head down. I put my hand on my heart. I said, I know this is coming. 3, 2, 1, boom. And the crowd goes mental. That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. Yeah, man. So I knew 100%.
The critics would say because you were, sold a lot of tickets.
Yeah,
the decision went with you, and I have to be real with you.
Oh, 100%.
It wasn't a walkover fight. It was close.
Exactly.
And there's arguments that you could say that he did win.
Yeah, there are definitely arguments, but when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, he should have won. He should have stopped me. I'm 2 weights below him. I didn't fight for 3 years, and I had a 7-week camp. So if anything, the credit's due to me for even taking the fight. And I don't know, he should have stopped me. I hadn't fought in years. I was 17. I was skinny as anything. My first fight in a while,
Yeah. Well, listen, respect to you both for getting in there, and you put on. It was a really exciting fight. Now, listen, as I said, you were 17. You got in there. Your second fight, you go in against a 29-year-old, which is a full-grown man's.
Yeah.
And you broke him up.
Yeah.
Put on a good display. And hats off to you, man. You're such a young age to be performing like that against grown men is phenomenal.
Yeah,
now, listen,
appreciate it.
coaches will say, boxing experts will say, you hear loads of them say, boxing is a young man's game. But realistically, the stats do not suggest that.
No
All
way.
the greatest fighters, if I asked anyone in this chat or you to name a pound for pound list, you have to put on 38-year-old Lomachenko. You have to put on 36 or 37-year-old Crawford. You have to put on Beterbiev, who's almost 40. You have to put on Bivol, who's in his late 30s. You have to put on Usyk and Fury. And, you know, actually, experience is more important than youth. You can be young and have it in your body is young. But really, if you've boxed 10 rounds and I've boxed 500 rounds, who's got the advantage?
Exactly. And I feel like with boxing as well, nowadays, especially at the top, like the people you just named, because training is becoming so advanced and so much technology is in it. Actually, even football, if you look at any sport now, the older they get, they're thinking, bloody hell, you sure you're 38? You sure you're 37? Like, because they're just getting better and better and better and fitter and fitter and fitter. And again, when I had that fight, I had no man strength. I was 17 years old, and at the fight, my coach at the time, my manager at the time said, don't take the fight. He said, do not take the fight. They're trying to stitch you up. They're trying to get you knocked out. And obviously, it was a make or break moment for me, but I don't sink, I swim. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was absolutely fantastic. So is boxing a young man's game, or do you agree that you need to get more experience to see the best of you?
I really honestly think there is nothing worse than a young man coming into boxing and thinking he knows it all. Because the one thing with boxing is you can never think you know it all. That's what's so humbling about it. There's so many levels and so much more to always learn that. If you come in brash and cocky and think you know it all at a young age, you really don't. You have to see it all. It's another thing talking about it all. Once you see it all and it's right in your face, trying to take you out, trying to drown you, then you're going to know. And then once you've seen all them styles and you bring it together, you know what I mean? So, yeah, definitely.
Were you born to fight, or did you learn to fight?
Well, I was fighting from knee high, from whenever I can remember, because I've got an older brother, and if you have an older brother, you know, you get me, it gets scrappy sometimes, maybe a bit too much. So as a kid, I always liked fighting, just in general. Like even now, I just love a tear up, and it might be bad when I was growing up. It might have put me in a couple wrong situations, loving a tear up, but definitely, I've always thought, even now to this day, I think some people, they're doing it out of other motivations. But me, my sole motivation to even get back into boxing was I know I'm born for this. I know it's written for me. So I've always tried to push for it as much as I can.
Were you a good street fighter?
Listen, the people that live, they know. I ain't got to talk too much. They know. Yeah, they know. 100%.
Yeah, quality. So listen, correct me if I'm wrong. I think you're 7-1.
7 wins, 1 loss.
7 wins, 1 loss, and you've had 5 amateur fights,
4 amateur fights,
2 on Quest Boxing League.
Yes. So 5 amateurs, 2 on Quest League, and 1 amateur fight in America is on that resume as well.
Yes, absolutely, that is as well. So let's just talk about that fight in America, because that's a fantastic experience to have on your CV.
Yes, it was unbelievable.
Can you tell us a little bit more about how that happened and what happened?
Thankfully, in America, the network is crazy, right? So I was just at a gym hitting the bag. I never expected to have a fight out there. If anything, I'd have to admit I was a bit unfit when I was out there. I was a bit overweight. So where I'm hitting the bag at the gym, and the guy's just come over to me, he's got, hey man, like, I like your hands, you got speed, you got power, you got some pop. He took me on the pads, he's like, yeah, you got some pop. Let me put you through to this guy.
Love your American accent, by the way.
Man, I've grown into it. I'm a half New Yorker now, they say. But yeah, so then I got put through to my coach, Coach Smithy, big him up, Uncommon Breed, Sweet Science Lab in Hoboken, New Jersey. I got put through to him. And on my first day, right, this is a story. This is how you know I was born for it. And Coach will back this story up. So I've gone into the gym completely unfit. Haven't sparred, haven't done anything now. This is like a month into America, right? I've gone there now, cool. I'm seeing the guy warm up. He's like, yeah, you two going to be sparring. It's both your first days. He's got the Golden Gloves next week. And for everyone on the live who don't know what the Golden Gloves is, it's one of the most prestigious tournaments in America. Roy Jones, Mike Tyson, Mayweather, you name them, they've won that tournament. He's training for that fight. He's training for that. So I've gone in there. Shit. This guy's, he looking serious. I'm seeing him. He's got that slick American style. I'm like, okay. We might be in some trouble here. Might be humbled a little bit here, but we're going to keep it together. Cool. So now when I've got in the ring now, we're sparring. Boom, boom, boom. The guy's trying to take my head off. I'm covering up. When I know he gets tired, that's when I push. Boom, boom, boom. Before I know it, his face is busted. Coach will back it up. His face is busted. The whole ring's full of blood now. And now he's got nothing left. I could take him out if I want. But because I'm controlled and sparring's not for knocking people out, I let it ease on him, but I let him know. What I'm about. And my
very,
coach saw
very noble of you, that.
Yeah,
Very
no, of
noble of
course.
you, Mirza.
No, of course, because sparring. If a guy tries to come at me in sparring, trying to take my head off, you can't just sit there and let it happen. Obviously, you're gonna match it, but for me, I'll never rise to that thing. Sparring's all about learning, and if you're not sparring and learning, you're not doing it right. So once I had my tear up with him, there you go. He made the guy quit boxing that day. That's what I forgot. I almost forgot.
There's
Listen, I
Uncommon
sparred the guy.
504 Breed. He made the guy quit boxing, that guy. We've also got Bwame Ballet 4356. Big up to yourself.
Yes,
He's saying big up, guys. That's what I like to see.
Yes,
Thank you for the respect, man. We're coming on the live in the evening.
Exactly.
To share the knowledge. I could be sitting here watching EastEnders.
Exactly. Man,
but instead, I come and talk to fighters, so I appreciate it when anyone says that.
The thing we're doing here is the overall thing is we're trying to spread the word of boxing because we know what a beautiful sport is.
Absolutely.
And the problems we have in the world nowadays are if everyone just boxed, it would make it a little bit sweeter. The world would be that little bit better if they pushed it a bit more.
And it's a privilege to connect with good fighters like yourself.
Exactly.
So anyone who hasn't seen you fight, how would you describe your fight style to the fight fans?
That's the beauty. That's why I believe I'm so entertaining, and I know I'm so entertaining when I fight because I've had the amateur background, I've had the unlicensed tear-ups, and I've had another background I don't want to talk about. So I've had all three of them. When you mix it together, honestly, I can go on the back foot, I can put my shoulder roll up, and I can ping you off left, right, and centre before you know it on the counter punching. But I can also put up my hands, tuck my chin, start rolling forward like Tyson and letting them hands go. So it's really either way they want to see it, and it depends on the opponent. But I do like going forward because when I'm fit and I'm strong and I'm ready and I'm letting my hands go, I'm going forward, throwing combos, I'm coming at you, I'm not letting you breathe. I'm putting it on for the people, and at the end of the day, that's what it's about.
Yeah, that's absolutely beautiful. So you can mix it up a little bit. So let's quickly touch on your coach and your gym. So Smitty is your coach. So is he based in America?
So yeah, he's based in America, and he's my sweet science. His gym is called the Sweet Science Lab, and the things he taught me over there has really developed me into understanding what my style is and really learning the sweet science. So that's my coach in America, and hopefully when we get on Misfits, coach will be flying over. I'll be ready to take home the gold. But in the UK, I'm trained at White Dog Boxing by Danny Moore. And
White Dog. Saw that. Right.
My area, White Dog Boxing. They know our gym. We don't mess about. And I can name you a few champions from there. Dave Choppin fighting for his title next weekend on the
Max Chart there and Nathan
Misen. A couple old school fighters as well, but mainly Max Chart and Nathan Misen, two British champions from my gym.
Really good fighters. Really good fighters. I need to get those brothers on the live.
Nathan Misen, trust me, he'll be coming soon. Don't worry. Nathan Misen, absolute animal. And I heard Ami Rahman come on here and talk about that he thinks he would have beaten Nathan Misen back in the day. I don't know about that. All respect to Ami, he's a crazy fighter. He's probably the most dangerous fighter on Quest I've ever seen because I've seen him live as well. But Nathan's different animal.
Yeah, they kind of missed paths a little bit, if I remember correctly. They did kind of miss paths. Exactly, but I think Ami got I wouldn't say accused of ducking him, but
you know what? It was actually the other way around because they were scheduled to fight, and Nathan had a hernia injury.
Oh, is that right?
Nathan actually had to pull out of that fight, and then a geezer Nathan actually beat in his last fight went on there and fought Ami Rahman, and Ami Rahman actually knocked him out.
Good knowledge, mate.
Come on, man. I'm just as educated as you on the unlicensed scene. Trust me, I've been around.
That's brilliant. That's good knowledge. Yeah, because I did interview him. For some reason I felt they didn't fight.
Yeah, that would have been
great to know. Yeah, great to know. Good job of memory. I used to go to those Queensbury Boxing League shows for years. I did.
Yeah.
Really in the rich era when there was like Bilal Fawaz and
Ben Davis,
me, Day, and mate, Jimmy Horney and
them fighters. Them fights were crazy. Like if you go to an unlicensed show, some of the fights on there are ridiculous.
I know. And it gets tarnished as white collar, and people think white collar, a guy in the dog duck coming out and throwing hands. And
they got Fabio Wardley and Joey Knight because these are people that have inspired me. Even now, to this day, people can say unlicensed boxing, Quest, this, that. But now I can go to them, hey, wait a minute, bro. Fabio Wardley had 3 fights and went 17-0 as a pro.
Yeah,
if he can do it, why can't we?
Mate, I listen. Quest has got. I go into a lot of shows. The standard is good. There's good fighters on there. It's not guys out the dog and duck.
Exactly.
It's, there's good operators on there. So listen, a couple of quick questions for you then. So in that gym, then in White Dog, who's your hardest sparring partner?
I would have to say my brother. But back in the day, without a question, Nathan Mirza. I'm telling you, that brother has had me leaving the gym thinking, yo, am I okay? Have I got something serious going on with me? Because the guy's hands are like bricks.
Really?
When I say like bricks, and he's so elegant when he moves. He's an 8-0 pro now, so obviously he's
have you ever been dropped in that gym?
And that's one thing. My coach in America, my coach in London, Nathan Mirza, they all tell you, no man has ever put me down. No man has ever put me down in a fight, in the ring, in the sparring. Never. Yeah, never.
What's the sparring like down there? Do you believe in sparring like doghouse sparring, hard sparring, shark tanks all the time?
Yeah, no.
Or does your coach say, listen, tech sparring, power down, down?
Exactly. Power down is the most thing my coach says still. I'm not going to lie to you. But what we do at our gym, which I find is perfect, because we're all like the regulars, right? And when you're sparring the regulars, this is another thing just in boxing in general, you're getting used to their style. So when you come to fight night, if you've just been sparring the same three brothers every time, and timing every shot that you know they're going to throw, you ain't improving. So what we like to do is we like to keep that tech in-house sparring, the nice technical stuff, working on things we want to use. And then what we do is we go to our sister clubs. A sister club is like a club you're very close with, that you go there and you will get in some real work. And when you go there, coach says, let your hands fly. So that's music to my ears.
Let your hands fly.
Literally.
That'd be like music to your ears, wouldn't it, Mirza?
Literally, all of that, man. All of that.
Who's your favourite current fighter?
Current fighter?
Yeah.
Ooh.
If there's one brother that you had to, like, you switch the TV on and make sure you're watching him, who is it?
Do you know what? I've got to say Crawford. Crawford is an absolute killer, man. And just watching him, the way he fights and the way he dismantles everyone, you know. And it's not really ever a close fight of him. It's destruction. It's destruction job. And he really hurt my inspiration, Amir Khan. So as soon as when I saw that, I was like, I'm passing the torch. I was like, all right, he beat Khan. Let me roll with him now. At least he done it. At least he done it properly.
Well, you just said Khan was your inspiration. Who's your favourite fighter of all time?
Of all time, easy one. Prince Naseem Hamed, man.
Oh, yeah,
easy. And I think that bit of boxing is gone, and that's why I love Misfits so much, because people are buying tickets. They're not trying to buy tickets to see someone walk out of no music, head down in the presses. He's not saying anything. They're coming to feel alive. It's a blood sport at the end of the day. So you got to know what you're getting yourself into, man. And that's lost from the sport now. And that's what Misfits bring back.
So you've mentioned Misfits a couple of times now on this Insta Live. I have the feeling that you want to go down that route. Why would you prefer to go down the Misfits route than go down the traditional amateur boxing or try and look to turn pro?
Yeah, well, personally with me, going professional is still on the table. It's just more if I want to do it myself. Because I believe, like, the professional boxing game, you're spending 5 years hard work, not having a single day's rest to get to a position where you can provide for your family a little bit, you're making good money. But I know myself personally, from being around other professional boxers, you can't really make a living off it for the first 3-4 years. You've got to be working part-time jobs as well, this and that. And that's why it's not a disrespect to professional boxing, but that's why so many people want to do Misfits. Because when you're getting that type of money for a fight, you're like, hold on, I'm finding that little bit more fire, you know. I'm finding that little bit more motivation to really, and really just go for it.
So what's next for you?
Hopefully, man. I've heard an interview from Mams Taylor saying he wants people that are outspoken. He wants people to really make some noise. So that's why I'm on the Gunman Boxing Show, making some noise. Mams Taylor, you need someone like me on Misfits. Trust me, someone electrifying, someone from the culture. You need a bit of that.
So that's what you want to do next, then, buddy. You want to target Misfits.
100%, man. I want to provide for my family, and I want to make sure that when I'm sitting there at 40. I don't want to be that brother on the chair talking, yeah, man was a good boxer still. I was good at that. I want to be, you know what? I went for it and I tried. And I don't want to I want to get my name out there. When I'm gone, I want people to remember, Haarris, he bought that fire. He bought that heart. He bought that energy. And, you know, that's what I'm here to do. And Misfits gives you that stage to really show people who you are. And Gunman Boxing gives people like me, brothers who maybe don't have the biggest following, this, that, but they've earned their stripes, you know. he gives us the chance to come on here and really, you know, let it be known what we're on.
Man, yeah, that's the aim. You know, I'm here to support fighters of all levels. I had Bernard Hopkins on here last week or the week before, and then my next interview was with a 12-year-old who'd had 3 skill bouts.
Exactly, man.
You know, and that kid messaged me and said, my following since the interview has gone up.
Exactly.
It's rocketed up, and that pleases me more than anything. You know what I mean? That gives me. That's where it makes it worthwhile.
Hopefully, I'll be saying the same to you after this show, man. Trust me.
Yeah, exactly. Make sure you follow this brother.
Exactly, man.
He's on a great path. So listen, let's take out boxing politics. You can fight 3 people next. Who would be your 3 main targets?
Easy. Fox the G, Pulley Arif, and Dean the Great's unrealistic because he's not going to fight someone like me. But if Dean the Great ever wanted to fight, I'll smoke his boots. But mainly Fox the G and Pulley Arif.
Oh, he's gone straight in at the top.
Listen, Joey Knight is now killing misfits, right? And Joey Knight,
he's a good fighter.
When I say he will wipe the floor of any of them, and I'll put my house on it because I know Joey well. And if you ask Joey himself, he used to train me back in the day, actually, funnily enough.
Yeah, I really like him. He's really fun to watch. Really good fighter. Do you know what? I love his podcast as well. You know,
exactly.
I'm not even a Chelsea fan, but he talks. I just love listening to him talk about it because I actually think the same as well. You know,
exactly.
It's crazy. So
exactly.
So you're calling out the big guns straight away.
Yeah, straight away, man. Because realistically,
why is Arif in there?
Pulley Arif.
Is it Pulley Arif?
Pulley Arif. What are you telling me, bro? Let's get it on. I know he lost his last fight on Misfits, so if he wants to drop down to a lower sort of thing, like HS Tiki Toki's boxing event, any boxing event, I will fight him because he hasn't had a fight in ages. He's someone with that following, but I think.
Why is he on your list?
Because I just think we're the same weight, and
you dislike him.
I don't dislike
the brother, but
if the
punch him in the face.
Yeah, do you know what it is? If the bag's there, and if I can make the bag happen, I'll smoke his boots. It don't matter who he is, but him specifically, because I know he lost his last fight. He probably doesn't know what to do next. So if he wants it, there's a brother right here, right in front of you, right now. He's amped up, ready to go anytime, any place, anywhere. We can get it on. And Fox the G. Fox the G's out here fighting. No disrespect to Small Spartan J. I think he's a warrior. He's fighting brothers that are 55 kilos. And he's jumping up and down when he's knocking like, come on, bro. Fight someone real. And then what's his next fight against evil hero? Some 5'2" Don who he's just bullying around in the press conference and that he's barely had any fights. Like, I just think, come on now.
He stopped him, didn't he?
Yeah, he stopped him, but who's not going to stop that geezer? No respect, no disrespect to him. You know, he needs a real test. And Fox the G, I rate his thing because he's young like me. He's 18, 19. So whenever, that's more in the future. But right now, I want to make a statement with Pulley. So when I knock Pulley out, Dean the Great, he's going to know me. He's going to know me. Fox the G is going to have to come back his boy.
Yeah.
I'm coming for everyone.
Fox the G's been on, Fox the G's been on my show.
Yeah, I saw him and that's what made me think. That's what made me think, hold on. He's on here. He's going to see this. So why not? Let me jump on here. Let me tell them. Let me show them what we're working with and what we're coming with.
I actually connected well with him. He's a good guy. But yeah, like, he's a guy. I like your spirit because it's not the friends business. Yeah, and you got a target, you're looking straight at the top guys,
We can shake hands after, we can hug it out after. That's the beauty of boxing, yeah? You can shake hands before, you can shake hands after, you can have the craziest tear up, you could bust my nose, I could bust your eye. After, we're going to shake hands and go, you get me, go get some food or something. So that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. But in the ring, there's no friends. It's kill or be killed. If I'm fighting on misfits, I'm looking at my man thinking, yo, is this guy really trying to take the food off my family's table?
Yeah.
Nah. Ain't happening, bro. Ain't happening. Sorry.
Quick fire questions, okay? Quick fire questions. Oh. Okay, I just want one answer. I don't want no once upon a time.
Yeah.
Jack and Jill went up the hill type of answers.
I'm ready.
It's got to just be straight off the cuff. No silencer. This is a Gunman Insta Live. No safety catch. Tyson Fury or Usyk?
Usyk.
Chris Eubank Jr. or Conor Benn?
Conor Benn.
Your favourite punch?
Screw shot uppercut.
Oh, that's absolutely.
Yeah, see, I'm a Prince Naseem fan. Trust me, I studied that one.
I think that's tasty. World title or Saudi money?
Saudi money all day on the week and twice on a Sunday. All day on the week.
It's
changing boxing. It's changing boxing, and when that sort of money's on the table, nothing else matters because you're not setting up your kids. You're setting up your kids' kids. And when you got that in your head when you're fighting, It said you go into a different space, and that's what I love, going into that different space. Because when I fight, I know why I'm fighting. So when my man gets tired, the other guy I'm fighting, whoever he may be, I know when he's get tired, his why in his head of why he's doing it is not outweighing my why. So when we go to that place, that dark place, I know I'm coming out on top every single time, and twice on a Sunday.
Last one for you then.
Yeah.
First round knockout or 12-round masterclass?
12-round masterclass. All day. Yeah.
Love that, man. Love that. That says a lot about a character.
Yeah, sure. I'm ready for a fight and a boxing fight.
Yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? Give the fans something nice to watch as well, exactly. You know what I mean?
But you don't get paid for overtime.
Absolutely. So what do when can we next expect to see you out? Because obviously it's unlikely you're going to get Boxer G or Dean the Great.
No, straight away.
So what's your immediate plans?
Well, I was meant to actually fight for a title eliminator in March, but there's a fella, he might be on here, called George Bai, who decided to pull out 2 weeks before my fight and kind of mess up my whole boxing schedule.
He was on here. I saw him pop on.
Yeah, I saw him pop up as well. I saw him pop up. No way, I see him. But yeah, he kind of ruined my whole thing for the year because I had that and
he pulled out.
He pulled out 2 weeks before for undisclosed reasons.
Have you got a message?
Fair enough.
Have you got a message for him?
George Bai, whenever you want to get it on, he knows what's happening. So whenever you want to get it on, I'm ready. Anytime, any place, anywhere, like always, literally. But if George Bai not, then we're gonna go for June. Whoever wants to fight.
He's saying I'm here, man.
Yeah, man. He's here.
George Bai, a request to jump in. Let's talk about this. Request to jump in, okay? And I'll add you in. We'll have a quick 5 minutes.
Let's go.
And then let's have a chat about this because my brother here is saying that you bottled it.
And you know what? Funnily enough,
he's saying you pulled out. He's saying you pulled out.
Funnily enough, George Bai, the reason he told me why he's not fighting is a completely different reason why one of his teammates told me he's not fighting. So,
okay, let me get him in. Let him talk for himself.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, mate. Just bear with me while technology serves me. I don't want to get KO'd by the technology.
It happens, man. Yes, George. What's happening?
What's happening?
What's happening? Let's go, man.
Wait, let me pull over quickly. I'm driving. Let me pull over quickly.
Yeah, pull over before you get the gunman shut down for
Come on, man. Big up Kettle King. Big up my sponsor.
For promoting.
Big up my sponsor.
So listen, George, what you can hear us anyway. Try not to lose connection when you're doing all that driving, because that will muck up my stream. But get yourself somewhere safe. Let's have a quick chat quickly.
Yeah, go on, man.
So, are you there still?
No.
Yeah, don't muck up the signal, man. Otherwise, you're going to bruck up my live.
What's he saying? Are we good?
Yeah, just pull over. Let's have a quick chat on this. Because my brother is saying he was meant to fight you. He's saying that you pulled out. Why did you pull out of that fight?
I had a lot of family commitment issues that I had to put first. And my head weren't in the fighting game for it at the moment. So I messaged Haarris, respectfully a couple of weeks before. I started to explain my reasons.
He did.
We both got it across the table. We've still started said we're going to run it this year.
He did. Whack the light on, George. We can't see you.
Yeah.
There we are, boys. I'm back.
Yeah, I need to see you, man.
Listen.
That's it, man. Because then, this goes on YouTube, it goes on TikTok, Facebook, it goes on
I need to be professional.
It goes on everywhere. I need it to look, you know what I mean? I can't be showing my lives with one man in the dark.
George actually messaged me. He messaged me before the promoter messaged me himself, right?
Yeah.
So cool. When he told me his reasons, I said, fair play. You know what? I can't knock that. He said that. But when he's talking to his teammate, saying, oh yeah, Haarris couldn't make weight. Brother, I was ready.
Who was his teammate that told you this? I'm not going to
expose his name, but it's one of your right hands, bro. He fights on Quest as well. He told me, he replied to my story of me saying the fight's not on, saying, oh, I heard you couldn't make weight. I said, brother, make weight. I was on weight 2 weeks, ready to rumble, cuz. You get it? Ready to rumble. So, I don't know what's going on.
Is that true? What did you say that, George,
No.
Where did you hear that he wasn't making weight?
I heard nothing. I heard nothing of him at all. I heard nothing. Obviously, we see each other's Instagram stories, all this and that. But yeah, I said to my team my reasons. I messaged Haarris my reasons. And I don't know how that's got mixed up along the lines. But obviously, if it's been said, I'm not going to call the man a liar. It's obviously been said by someone, but I'm just confused on who.
When's this fight going to take place? I need to see this fight now.
Whenever he wants, man.
Whenever we can get it cracking, whenever we're back in both training.
Exactly. I'm ready. I'm ready to rumble. I've been training, bro. I'm ready. I got a big year coming up, and you're on the way. And all respect to you, brother, but you're gonna get stepped on.
Yeah,
you're gonna get stepped on still. Yeah.
Bro, like you said earlier. Like you said earlier. Like you said, kill or be killed.
It's kill or be killed. Listen, it's sink or swim. So, bro, respect to yourself. But if we ever get in the ring, I think you know already, cuzzy.
George, who's favourite in that fight if you two meet?
Mate, you're asking me who's the favourite? Of course I'm the favourite. There's no doubts about it.
Who have you fought?
Who have I fought? I fought Jan.
Apart from that,
a couple kiddies up in Quest again. Jake Willington.
Yeah. See, no one knows. No one knows. And listen, brother, I'm battle tested. Any of the people I fought you would not beat them, bro.
Listen,
you will not beat them.
Haarris, if you fight this man down here, if you fight this man, how long will he last? Will he hear the final bell?
Listen, it's if I want to end it early, I end it early. And if I want to smash up his face and leave him bloody, I'll do that. It's whatever I want. It's whenever I see the opening. If I want to give the fans a nice masterclass, nice and slick, I'ma just pop him with the jab. Just pop him with the jab. Get that nose busted, yeah? And I'll take him into deep waters and drown him.
You got to try and get the opening first, my boy.
Love it.
Brother, you're the one who's going to have to come to me and walk onto something nice and sweet. Nice and sweet.
I find him out. I'll keep chewing him, mate. It's when I sink right into you. You said you ain't been put down before, mate.
Listen, brother. I've been hit by way bigger dons than you. In boxing and out of boxing, way bigger brothers than you. You do not scare me. Your punch don't scare me. I don't get hit anyways, but you don't scare me, bro. So talking about dig, this, that. Power ain't going to save you, brother. Power ain't going to save you. But I'm big respect to George. You know what? I don't even like getting onto George. I don't even like getting onto him because I rate his thing different. I rate him. He messaged me. And, I rate that. He's a man still. He's a man. But listen, he's 21, I'm 18, and he's going to get stopped by an 18-year-old. So let's run it whenever, anytime, any place, anywhere.
No one's stopping me, bro. I'll put anything down on that.
When can this fight happen?
He's ready,
realistically, man. George, you're the one who's pulled out. He's calling you out. He wants to smash you up. When can this fight happen?
When are the next ones in Quest? I heard there's one over in, what's it called, Chichester. I don't know what the date is for it. They've got strictly business going on at the moment.
You know what it is?
Is that June 1st? I think.
I can't tell you, to be completely honest with you.
I think it's June 1st, but I don't want to get. Don't quote me.
You know what it is, Wesley?
But it's Chichester, yeah. Go on. What's up, man?
For him to fight me, I know I'm a bigger name than him. On the circuit, I'm a bigger name than him, innit? For him to fight me was a big fight for him. For me, there weren't too much to gain from that fight. I just wanted to get active. Do you know what I mean? I just wanted to keep fighting, keep busy.
Yeah.
So now he's pulled out. It's like if I fight him, I'm taking a step back. But now he's on here, he's ready, he's game. Like, we'll run it. Don't get it twisted. But for me, it's less to gain.
Do you see him, Haarris? Do you see him as a tune-up fight?
Oh, 100%. But I don't take no man lightly. Listen, he's coming in there. He's coming to, like he said, kill or be killed. So I don't underestimate no one. But I know why I'm fighting. I know why I'm in there. And that's all that's got to be said. For me, it's written in the stars. I don't know about him.
But it all comes down to how you perform on the night, mate. One person can be a better boxer than the other. Like you say, it's us under the stars, isn't it?
Listen, for me, it's written in the stars. I don't know about you. I don't know what your plans are in boxing, but man's here to stay. I'm here to make some noise. If you want to have a couple more Quest fights and get another title shot, you can do that. But me, I'm on for bigger and better things. And if you're on my way, you're gonna get stepped on. Know that.
Try and step over me if you want, mate. That's what I'm gonna say. You can try it.
Go, man. Let's go. Let's go. I like it. I like him. He's up for it. He wants it.
I'm up for it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Let's go. Listen, just don't pull out again, and we'll get it on.
Bro, when we get another date set up and everything's all wrapped up, it's gonna be good. I'm buzzing to get back out there this year.
We'll give the people what they want, man. If they want a blockbuster, if they want a 3-round beating, 4-round beating, they can have it.
Yeah, Haarris. If George, like you mentioned, you're the bigger attraction in terms of ticket selling, and you've got a big following, not just in the UK. If this man here, George, stretches you out like a limousine, is that the end of you?
Do you know what it is? If you go into a fight thinking there's even that 1% chance of that happening, that doesn't ever even cross my mind, because I'm always thinking forward. I can never think about I'm in the wrong game if I'm thinking that, oh shit, this brother might knock me out, this, that. No, there's none of that, because I know what I'm built of. I know what I'm made of. So there's no way. Even though I can't even say nothing on it, because I just know it can never happen. Not in this world, not in the next world, never. He's a good boxer, don't get it twisted. He's tough, he comes forward, he give a lot of man problems. But see me, I generally believe I'm on a different level compared to him.
Yeah. George, is he seeing this all wrong?
He's not seeing it wrong, but again, at the same time, yeah, he's had more experience, he's been out a bit more time.
How many fights you had? How many fights you had?
Altogether, probably like 9.
I've had 7. I've had 8, sorry. 7, 8 fights.
I started boxing when I was like, what, probably like 12, 13, but then I had a couple more fights when I was then, and only picked it back up again when I was like 17, 18. So a lot of my fights I had before, I had a little
again,
stepping stone.
You just said, brother, that you got more experience than me, bro.
Yeah.
Get your facts right.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, I've got the experience.
No, you said I had more experience than you. You just said I had more experience than you, broski. What are you talking about?
I can't remember, yeah, bro,
He's not there, mate. He's not there in the head. He ain't there today. He's got shit. This guy's on the line.
He's driving.
He's sitting down, man. He got no more excuses for them, man. Leave the excuses at home.
Yeah. Well, listen, Haarris, have you got a message for George and the rest of your division before we wrap this up?
George, I got a message for anyone 60 to 63 kg. If you want that real work, if you want that smoke, anytime, any place, anywhere, Hurricane Haarris is ready at the call. Misfits, Quest, Unhinged Promotions, HS Tiki Toki, whatever it is, bro. I'm ready, and I win, lose or draw. You're gonna watch and you're gonna be entertained. Hate me or love me, you're gonna bloody watch me. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, that's lovely. That's a nice way to sign off, guys. That's fantastic. George, you want to say anything back to the man?
See, when we get it running, we can put all this talk, we can put all this cheap talk behind us, and afterwards, like you said earlier, we can have it out. We can go grab some food after. It's a lovely sport at the end of the day.
100%, but until then, you're in my way. You're gonna get stepped on, boy. Trust me, know that.
That's what I mean. The steps keep on going higher. You're not gonna be able to reach over it, mate. So,
brother, you're down here, bro. I've already gone past your level, G. But I'm coming back to give you a nice hiding to let people know people like you can't really be in the ring with me. Do you understand?
All right. We'll see about that, won't we? We'll see about that when we get it running.
We'll see. Whenever you're ready, bro. You're the one who pulled out, my guy. What are you talking about?
But
Come on, bro. You can't.
That's what I'm saying. But when we get a fresh date in, it's game.
So why am I waiting for you? Who are you for me to be waiting on, brother? If you don't get it running soon, the time's gonna fly. I can't see you, bro. You're down there, G. So make your mind up. Make your mind up, because I'm not here waiting for some. No disrespect, but I'm not waiting for this guy.
So why aren't you?
I got bigger things to be chasing. That's why I'm here, bro. That's why I'm here to get them bigger fights.
But then why aren't you fighting on the show that's coming up? If you're not waiting around for me, then who are you waiting around for?
You can ask the promoter if he's giving me another fight. He ain't giving me no one. Respectfully, bro.
Yeah,
he ain't giving me no one. I'm always waiting. I'm always waiting on the call. But you know what it is? I should have been fighting. I've already beat a former champion, right? At light welterweight. If now man's coming down to featherweight, and I hurt the light welterweight former champion at light welterweight. So when I come down to that, I've been in America fighting Mexican brothers that big, G. 145 pounds, yeah? I fight at 130 pounds, and I gave that guy a standing count. So you're just in my way, you get stepped on, bro.
Cool, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We've got Kieran E. Johnson saying, when are they fighting, Gunner? They were meant to be fighting. George pulled out. The fight is off. They want to get it back in. There's no love lost. The respect is there, though. But these two, they can't wait to get their hands on each other, no doubt. So listen up, boys. Listen, it's been a pleasure. I don't want to run over your time. I know you guys are always training and busy. So I don't want to overrun your time. Haarris, it's been brilliant to have you on. Man. George, thanks so much for jumping in spontaneously. I like to just, I like to keep it fresh. So it's great that you jumped on, you know.
And I just want to say before we go, big up everyone in the live. Listen, we got 45 blood clot people in here, you know. 45 the real soldiers. Big up every single one of you, you know.
Yeah.
Every single one of you for supporting us, because without you guys, I couldn't be doing
this.
And I do
absolutely. As I said, anyone who's in the live, make sure you follow everyone. Follow the Gunman. We've got some cracking interviews coming up. Follow the fighters and support the fighters, because at the end of the day, they put their lives on the line for our entertainment. Thank you very much for your time this evening, boys. Have a pleasant evening. I will hope to have you both on the Gunman Insta Live. You're both welcome on anytime.
100.
Respect, brothers.
Have a good one, boys. Take care.
Take care,
Take it easy, boys.